Yeah! Come on in, everyone. You're at the right place. If you're here to see the curated team, something really catchy, then you're in the right spot. If you're not, sit back, relax. You're going to have a ton of fun right there. We're going to do a show based on a suggestion from you. So in the Q&A, you see there's a Q&A right there. Could you go ahead and just type your name in the Q&A right there? Go ahead and just type your name. Great, I see Diane. Wonderful right there. And let's have the rest of the something really catchy ensemble players turn on your videos right there. Say hi to the folks, everyone.
Hey,
Look at
folks.
these rock stars right there. Wonderful. We've got Diane and Kara. Thank you for putting your names right there in the Q&A. Folks, our group right here has been working really hard this past weekend, and we've come up with something that's going to be a fantastic show. We cannot wait to show to you tonight. So in the Q&A, will somebody please... Oh, hi, Amy, and hi, Guy. It's nice to see you all right there. Good to see you. In the chat... Oh, hi, Val Clifford. Oh, Val says she's excited to watch us, and we are excited to do a show for you, Val. These folks are truly amazing. We've done some great work this past weekend, and now they're just going to demonstrate what we've been working on. So in the chat, could you please put for us, can I have something that means a lot to you? What's something that means a lot to you? Go ahead and put that in the chat right there. Oh, hi, Andrea Yang. Good to see you. Diane. Oh, great. And Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Wonderful. Diane gave us a suggestion of my son. So our piece, the suggestion to kick us off is going to be my son. So actors, go ahead and stop your videos here. Hit stop video on your camera right there. And ladies and gentlemen, something really catchy presents their piece, which we're calling My Son. Take it away, folks.
I yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about my kid. My son has just recently confessed to me that he likes Star Wars. I mean, God damn it, we are a Trek household. How the hell did this happen? How we are more about straight sci-fi. We can't do this like parsecs or units of measure or something, or units of time. No, they're not. They're measure. They're not time. Where does that come from? Like, how can I relate to this kid now? How can I begin to talk to him about anything? You know, it's like he's oh, Han Solo dresses better. Han Solo dresses better. Han Solo does not have a pressed uniform with a perfect little badge on it, in which he can just say 3 to beam up and boom, they're on another ship. No, he has to fly around in a junk heap. Come on. Star Wars and Star. How can I connect with this kid? How do I tell him that I express my love through Star Trek? I mean, come on. You know, I don't want to violate the prime directive.
So I'm really glad to hear this announced as my son. So often you hear people say the son. I got news for you people. It's my son. I got tomato plants in the backyard. I need to get a tan. I need a little solar radiation. The sun is there principally for me, and those of you who are free riders obtaining some extra warmth from it, I do not begrudge that to you in the least, so long as you recognize that it is called my son. That's not too much to ask. That's not too hard to say. Look up in the sky. There's my son. Say it with me. My son. 93 million miles from here. My son.
My son is an astrophysicist, and it's his plan when he finishes his PhD in rocket shippery to take a trip, yep, you guessed it, to the sun and back. I have no idea when I write a card to him and I put son if he's going to misunderstand when I spell it with an O or an N. Like, how you doing, son? And I can't get a straight answer from him because he corrects my spelling because it's the wrong context. This is the sort of kid that I brought up. And when he goes off onto this trip, my son to the sun, I'm going to be working on my tan. No question about the spelling. I'm going to be in charge. And in some ways, as much as I love him and I want him to have a safe return trip, I'm going to enjoy a couple of years of not having my homonyms corrected.
Well, my son is actually my daughter. And she was talking to me the other day. Of course, she's, I shouldn't tell her age, but anyway, she was reminding me of what it was like to grow up with me as her father, because she was reminded of a time when I spent a lot of time, my wife and I were able to do shift work, and so I could take care of her in the morning and go to work at night. My wife would take care of her when I wasn't there. And she reminded me of the time that I tried to put her in the dryer. And I didn't remember that, but she said that you wanted to make it like a ride at Disney World. And I told her, okay, well, that makes sense. And she said, but Dad, it's a dryer. And I said, well, hey, I would have turned off the heat and put a pillow in there with you. She said, you wouldn't have anything to do with it. There's a whole list of things like that she started on, but that was the main one. No, I never did put her in the dryer. Please don't think that I actually did that, but I think I would have.
My son, it's time that we have the talk. You know the one. This is the talk where I tell you how to be a man. You gotta show respect to give respect. You gotta put in a hard day's work. You gotta be willing to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty to provide for your family. This is what a man is being about. It's about standing on principle. It's about standing on values. And I'll tell you, if you take one thing from this, one nugget of truth about life, is that you are my son, and that you will stand for what is right. And I'll tell you more on your third birthday.
My son, we saved our whole lives to send him to college. We sent him to Harvard Law School. He goes and gets his graduate degree, and he gets his PhD, and you know what he wants to become? You know what he has become? A garbage man. 185 IQ. 185 IQ, and he wants to be a garbage man. I think it's because of all that trash he used to hang out with when he was a kid. I just can't figure it out.
My son. Well, I don't really have a son. I have a cat. But I call him my son because he's very loving and gentle, and he always lets me know what he's thinking. He might scratch a little bit, bite a little bit. He's a watch cat. He growls when somebody comes to the door. Listen, cats are people too. They really are. It's not that different. They just have more fur, and they're a heck of a lot more friendly than some of the people I meet. And so my cat is my son. And he has a sister, and that's my daughter. And they keep an eye on my house. Because, like I said, he's a watch cat. And just because I don't have a human son or a daughter, I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm not normal. I am just a true cat lover. And I was thinking about adopting more cats. The more the better. I have a cat tree that's 6 feet tall in my house. I was thinking about building shelving for my cats so they could run around like a hamster habit trail. I don't know if any of you have heard of a hamster habit trail, but cats love them too. I just love my son.
Great.
I hope you can relate to my true love for my only son and his sister.
Good. And Norm,
Yeah.
you'll do the final one. Go ahead and turn on your video.
My son, I can't believe it. It only seems a little while back when he was just born. He was just, and the other was a little baby. My son, now he's 50. Can you imagine that? Unfortunately, in some ways, he has become the boss. Roles have been changed. He now runs the place. He runs the house in a way. He has become a control freak. I don't mind that, but sometimes it gets a bit too much. My son, unfortunately, I have to do just to keep the peace to go along with what he suggests, especially with the stock market and all facets of life. He thinks he knows it all. Well, I've got news for him in a way. He's 50. Well, I'm almost twice his age. But that's the way it works out. But I still love my son. And I will continue to love him until I'm gone.
Oh, great. Go ahead and stop your video, Norm. And now we're going to, yeah, go ahead and stop. Great. Now we go into our scenes.
Uh, um, uh, Mis- Mr. Franklin?
Yes, good.
Mr. Franklin.
Yeah,
Um,
sorry, I just had some audio difficulty. I apologize.
No, yeah, no problem. So, your wife, oh, okay, let me tell you, I guess it's habitual here when this happens for us to say congratulations. And I have to finish that phrase by saying it's a ball of extremely hot plasma.
You say that again, I got an auditory problem.
It's a ball of extremely hot plasma. It may
want me
have
to-
consumed your wife. It's a very strange gynecological anomaly. I don't know how to explain it, but apparently, yeah.
You want me to call my wife Plasma?
No. Typically, you'd have to think of names, but in this case, there may be actually kind of a cosmic emergency, since I think we're actually seeing a star born in the actual maternity ward, and it's somewhat dismaying. I've called physicists in on this, but I thought you would need to know it pretty soon.
You want me to call her Plasma for eternity? I have commitment issues. Eternity is a little bit beyond my scope.
Listen. Okay, you should definitely call your wife at this point. You should definitely call her, and work out your commitment issues, and then run very fast from the city, as that will probably be the first to burn in this upcoming inferno.
You know, I got issues with this thing. Okay, this is my third wife. I'm not going to break my track record on commitment for her.
You're not gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
From what you're telling me you want to work out the terms of a divorce. All right. Luckily, I'll tell you, I actually did some law, and my legal advice to you is that perhaps you're
talking gibberish. Okay, you're gish galloping me till the end of time. You got me staying married when I have commitment issues. You want me to call her plasma forever? And you call yourself a lawyer? And you're going to send me a bill for too much?
Your son is going to destroy the earth, is what I'm trying to tell you. So
yes.
Okay, that's good.
Great.
You know, Harry, the first thing when we get to the sun, I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get a tan.
Sammy, it looks like you're already building up a good one now.
I know. Imagine what it's going to be like on the sun.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Are you feeling okay? You look a little peaked.
Yeah, I maybe am pale, but that's only because I haven't had enough sun.
Oh, all right. Well, you're going to have enough pretty soon. Pretty soon.
You know, I'm so glad they picked you to go with me. I thought having the lowest grade in the astronaut school, I would never get to go anywhere, first of all.
Well, I was kind of flattered too. I think we're going to be a good pair of astronauts. Of course, they're also sending us on the one trip that's guaranteed a one-way. So I can only take so much pride in that.
What do you mean one way?
You did get the memo about the sun trip, right?
I never read those memos.
Well, Sammy, we get there, we get within a half a mile of the sun, boom, that's it. That's it.
What?
You gotta turn and wave. You got to turn and wave when we get a half a mile out. That's all she wrote. Nobody gets to touch the sun.
What do you mean?
You ever heard of Icarus? Icarus, you know about Icarus?
You do know I got the lowest grade in astronaut school.
Well, I'm not surprised. I believe you. All right, listen, we're coming up. We're 3/4 of a mile out. We got to get ready to do that wave.
God, it's getting warm.
Yeah, it definitely will be getting warm.
You know, is it too late to change my mind?
I'm
changing my mind.
I'm afraid it is. But
yes.
You're not going to have a mind to change shortly.
I tell you what. Let's skip the sun and go straight to Venus.
It's going to feel exactly like we did that. Your troubles are almost over.
Oh, you mean it's going to be a good thing?
That's a good way to think about it, yes.
Am I still going to get a tan?
You're going to be tan the rest of your life, man. Time to wave.
I'm okay with that.
And hold on now.
Oh my God.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be a little bumpy now.
Little bumpy. Okay.
Yeah.
We're sitting here with John Jefferson, the foremost expert in all things astrophysics and sci-fi. And we're debating whether it's Star Trek or Star Wars. John, please enlighten us on the major difference between the two and why one is ultimately more important than the other.
I think the real question is Star Wars. chronological order or this newfangled episode after episode? Prequel. I don't think so. This movie came out in the 70s.
Right. It started in the 70s, but the plan was it should be viewed in order. George Lucas had such a plan. It was amazing. I am a episode by episode person, and I will stand on and fall on my sword to the day that I die on that one.
My God, son. I can't believe it. Can't believe what I'm hearing. You know that Darth Vader was the man with Luke when he was just a little boy and Princess Leia, and they went down that garbage chute. That's what I'm talking about. That was episode 1.
Understood, but you gotta think about the times. You gotta think about the CGI makes it all so much better. Come on, you know that you agree with me. CGI all the way, baby.
Well, now CGI is overrated. What is that? Tell me what is CGI? CIG.
Oh my.
See what?
See, that is the wave of the future. We don't even need actors anymore. We'll just make all the shit up. Think of how much money we could save by not paying the bigwigs.
Oh, you're talking about Skynet. The computers just take over. We don't need people anymore. Don't need George Lucas to even write the episode.
It doesn't matter because we'll be in control. We will control any version of Skynet. I mean, come on.
Hey,
Good,
Dad?
good. And
Dad, where are you?
Norman, go ahead and turn on your camera, Norman.
Okay. Yeah.
Dad, are you around?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Dad, you got to get out of the sun. I mean, this is really not good for you.
When we can harness the sun, we'll be able to cure all the diseases. Famine will disappear. We'll be free to do whatever we want.
Dad, have
Because
you-
the basic is heat, and we'll control the heat of the universe.
Dad, have you been smoking that marijuana again?
Yeah, and that's great for me because of the heat. It turns me on, and we're going to solve all the problems by smoking that marijuana.
Oh my God! What am I going to do with this guy? Dad, just chill for a minute.
Okay.
Okay? You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Say after me. I am in my house.
I'm in my house,
and I am not insane.
and I'm not insane.
Good. Now
What
just
an
focus
insane
on me.
idea that is. I know where I am. Just because I like marijuana. That's great. Marijuana's a legal commodity now. Everybody
I created
should,
a monster. I
Everybody
gave that to
spoke
you
up.
to get rid of your pain, and now you're addicted to it.
Yeah, the pain's gone. That's the idea. Marijuana, no pain marijuana.
Oh, Dad, what are we gonna do? At least you're
Smoke more
enjoying life.
marijuana.
At least you're enjoying life. You'll live another 50 years at this rate.
Another 50 years.
I think so.
That's great. That'll make me nearly 100. I'll be 150. What a long life that will be. I won't ever need debt, at least in my mind, because I'll be banged. I'll be doing that marijuana. I'll try not to develop my financial situation.
Okay, you do that. You do that, and we're going to be all set. I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
Good. I'll be here when you're gone.
Oh no, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Bye.
Woo!
Yeah, marijuana's the way to go.
Scene! Yeah! Great work. Keep your cameras on. Pop your cameras on, everyone. Go ahead and take a bow, folks. Take a bow to the friends at home. Wonderful.
Honestly, I'm bowing.
Wonderful. Norm, turn your camera back on. Go ahead, Norman. Turn your camera back on.
Okay.
Star of the show.
Wonderful.
That was a great session.
Oh,
Hey, man.
Great work, everyone. Folks, thanks so much for watching this show. It was truly an honor. We wish it could have gone twice as long, so this is the first. Let's make sure that we all come back here same time next year and we do it again. Thanks to... Yeah, thanks,
Hey.
Xander. How about a round of applause for Xander, who was running our 10 minutes?
Thank you, Jay. You were wonderful.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thanks so much. Thanks for this applause too for Mickey and the entire staff at Vintage Improv. They're fantastic.
thank you, everybody.
There's a couple shows tonight still, folks, because they're doing all these curated teams. So if you don't know what those shows are, go ahead and look at vintageimprov.org or check out their Facebook page. You can also buy some cool t-shirts and things like that and donate to help the cause, because it's a great group and it gives opportunities for a lot of folks who haven't had a lot of opportunities in improv. So we're really grateful and blessed for that. And have a good night, everyone. Goodbye, cast. Goodbye, audience.
Thank you.
Thanks, friends, family.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.